Okay.
And we're off.
Here we go.
All right.
Okay.
I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Christy.
And we are homeschool moms.
This is what they look like.
They don't all look like this.
No, they don't. So, Elizabeth, how long have you been homeschooling?
Well, my oldest daughter is 28.
28. My oldest child is 24.
And my youngest is 17.
My youngest is 18, just graduated last May.
And I also have an 18-year-old that just graduated. I have 4 kids. Christy has 3. Right?
Yeah. So basically we are homeschool underachievers.
That's right.
We didn't have 17 children and counting. So we didn't. So why are we doing this?
Well, because I think we have used a lot of awful curriculum.
Yes, we
or
have.
suffered through a lot of awful curriculum
Yes,
until we decided that, okay, never mind. This
Right.
is terrible.
Right. But sometimes when you're just starting out and you're using a horrible curriculum, you think you have to keep using it.
Right, because you spent money for
I
it.
spent money for it.
Or someone recommended it. Your best friend said, you're going to love this. You have to have this. You have to use it. It's the only way your child is going to learn how to read or write or whatever it is you're doing with this curriculum.
Right. So you think I absolutely have to do it. We have to finish what we started.
Well, and also you purchased it and your friend said you're going to love it. And it's going to be the greatest curriculum you ever used, the greatest writing program you ever used, and then when it doesn't work for you, you think it's your fault.
Right,
it's something you're doing.
A failure.
Right, or your kid isn't smart enough, or your kid didn't learn something last year that they need this year, and that's why this curriculum is failing. And no one ever blames the curriculum.
What's up with that?
I know, right?
I don't know. So.
Because I know sometimes it was not my fault.
Right. Generally speaking, I would say it was not your fault.
That is true.
Because you, my friend, are an excellent homeschooling mother.
All right, well, and if Christy says it, it's got to be true.
It's true. It's true. So that's why we're doing it. We're not getting paid by anyone. All the curriculums that we're going to talk about are...
stuff that we have used and loved or used and hated.
Right.
Or started to use and hated and stopped using. Or started to use and not necessarily hated, but it didn't work for us, or it didn't work for my student, or it didn't work for my family situation at the time.
Right. So different learning styles learn differently. Different learning styles learn differently. So we need to let them do that.
Right.
Don't put them in a box.
Right.
We're anti-box people.
Because that is the point of homeschooling. If you want to be in a box, you could just go to public school.
You could, or your local Christian school for that matter.
Right, well, that's true.
Yeah, so
that's true.
So okay, so we're not getting paid, and but we have tons of experience that we are willing to share with you free of charge, right here. You're welcome. So the first curriculum that we are going to do is one of my favorites.
Mine too.
Our favorite, teaching textbooks. Teachingtextbooks.com. is where you can find teaching textbooks. Now, Elizabeth, please tell me what you like about teaching textbooks.
Okay, well, there's a couple of things that I like about teaching textbooks. And they were not always like this. They have kind of evolved into this now. Probably
I'm
because...
sorry, did you just say evolved?
I know.
Because that is not allowed. Please choose your words wisely.
Okay, well, whatever. It was not always like this. But now, your teaching textbooks, your kids sit down to the computer, they listen to a lesson, they have practice, they enter their answers into the computer, and then they start the lesson, they answer the problems, and it's all self-grading. You really don't have to do anything except make sure your student is doing their work.
Correct.
Making sure they're sitting down at the computer and actually doing their math. You don't have to correct anything. You don't have to grade anything. Everything is done for you on the computer. And it is wonderful.
But you do also have a textbook.
You do
So,
have a textbook,
some kids,
a very large one sometimes.
Some of my kids would watch the video and never touch the textbook, and some would have the textbook in their lap and have the video going. You can't do it without the video, so you never just do the book,
Right.
but you can just do the video.
Yes.
So it comes with CDs that you do in your computer. You put in your computer.
Solution
So-
CDs.
And they do have PC and Mac. They're available for both PC and Mac.
Right.
So brand new now, finally, even pre-calculus is self-grading. So I suffered through teaching textbooks when I had to grade it myself. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Greg. But now, now it grades it completely for you. So let's talk, what is the cost of teaching textbooks?
What? Well, because we're showing the
Or what grades? We should start with the grades.
Okay, well, the
Grades.
grades, that starts in 3rd grade and goes all the way up to pre-calculus. So it's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then pre-algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, and pre-calculus. Right? I didn't miss one?
Nope, you got
Okay.
it all.
So math 3rd grade through 7th grade is, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade is $119.90 for 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade. And then 6th and 7th grade is $149.90. And pre-algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, and calculus are $184.90. I know that sounds very expensive,
Not really.
but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Every penny. I have used teaching textbooks in 6 different levels, and I have never once said, oh, I spent so much money, I shouldn't have purchased that. You can use it. It comes with a, what is that? You know, the little number on the back.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not on here. What
You
is
mean-
that called?
This?
Oh,
Sorry,
yes.
some of this?
No.
What are you talking about?
You know, the setup code.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what it's called, right? Serial number? Or...
Oh yeah, the serial number.
Serial
That is
number.
the word I was searching for. It's usually
Yeah.
on the back of the
Yeah.
thing. But anyway, it comes with a serial code that you can use 2 different times or on 2 different computers. If you have used both of them twice, you can call the company and they will give you a new code. So not only, you know, you could use it with 2 different kids or 6 different kids, but you could also sell it to your next door neighbor or your best friend, and then they can use it as well.
And I often did that. I would sell it and buy the next level.
Right.
So we should say that we talked to Kendall at Teaching Textbooks today, September 27th, 2016. So that all this information is current to today. And he was the one that said you could use it, you could install it 2 times. And after 2 times, they would give you a code to reset it. So if you sold it to a neighbor, or if you needed to put it on another computer, your computer crashes, they will reset, or they will send you a serial number to reset.
And I will also say that if you invest in this curriculum and then you finished with it and you go to sell it, it sells for almost as much used as you pay for it brand new. So
Yeah.
it is definitely worth the money. And really, when you go to resell it, you end up, using this curriculum for $40 for the whole school year, because you will always get your money back for
True
teaching
story.
textbooks.
I believe it was Algebra 1 on eBay. It cost me $184.90. By the way, it's $185. It's just a dime difference, guys. You're not tricking us. So, $184.90. Guess how much it sold on eBay?
Well, because I have also sold teaching textbooks on eBay a couple of times, I'm going to say that it sold for $179.99.
No, it did not.
$195.
More.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
not kidding you. Ladies, when you are watching an eBay auction, you just need to put in your bid and walk away. Don't get into a bidding war, especially when you're paying more than it costs new.
Brand new from the company.
$204.50.
That is crazy.
It is crazy. And I actually sent the lady back the difference of the money. Because I was like, honey bun,
Well, you are sweet.
Well,
It's because she's from Oklahoma.
that's right. I am. I was just like, really, seriously?
And
So-
did she say anything?
No, she said nothing to me.
I just wondered
Maybe
if
she was
said-
embarrassed.
If she said, "Wait, what? I can get it brand new?"
No, I put in a card that said, "This is brand new on teaching textbooks for $184." Like I started the bidding at I think $90 or something. I thought half,
Right.
was my resort bid, and then it just kept going up and up and
That's nuts.
whatever. I know, but the thing is, somebody was bidding against her, so she wasn't alone.
Well,
it
that's
was
true.
it went back and forth.
She was not the only
I need
person.
algebra one. Okay, what I like about this is that I have a dyslexic student. I myself am dyslexic, so I know why this works so well. And one thing I will say about it is that for the younger grades, sometimes it was a little distracting because there's on the screen, and you can go on teachingtextbooks.com and you can see an example. But on the screen, a little guy will pop up, like a little animal or something will pop up or ask you if you want a hint. And sometimes it pops up not asking if you want a hint. And that was a little distracting for my student to have that pop up. They would
Right.
lose their train of thought. It's like, oh, what was I doing?
And I
So-
will say, at least for pre-calculus, in the new pre-calculus, the 2.0, you can turn that off.
Oh, you can?
You can.
Oh, so maybe you can turn it off now
So,
because
well,
it's
that's
been
what I
a
was
while
thinking.
since I used it. So, yeah, maybe you can turn that off. So that was a little distracting. The other thing that people sometimes look at this and they're like, is it looks cheap. Keeping it real, Greg. It looks cheap. Greg is the author.
That Christy knows personally, by the way.
We've met. So it looks cheap. It's got this spiral bound and just pages. So sometimes people look at it and they think, yeah, it just looks cheap to me. And you're right. I mean, the pages do sometimes tear easily. You have to. I'm kind of Gestapo, so I don't like things to bend. I tell my kids to keep it clean. So sometimes people don't like it because it looks cheap.
Yeah.
But it's worth every penny of it. It really is.
And we didn't really talk about this. Where are the other CDs?
Oh, they're right here.
Okay. So when you get this in the mail, if you order the whole package, and you can just order the CDs. For one of my students, I ordered algebra, and I did not order the book because I knew my son would not use it. I kind of wanted it because I really like curriculum.
That's a problem.
And I see stuff and I go, oh, this is so nice. And I want it
yeah.
all. But I knew he wouldn't use it. So you have the lecture and practice CDs. And then you also have the solution CDs. And all the problems have the solutions on a CD. And then you have the test solution CDs. So everything that you need, or everything that your student needs to do pre-calculus is in this program.
The answer bank. Yeah.
Because they also have the book of answers and test answers as well. And when Christy talked to Kendall from Teaching Textbooks, he said that they also have free tutoring service.
Oh yeah.
So if your student has a problem and you cannot figure it out, you can call them. They will set up a time for a tutor to call your student. And then call your student back. What does that say?
12-step program.
Well, that is true because I love books. I love curriculum. And I buy a lot, and really, but that's why I can talk about all these
Right.
curriculum because I've bought a lot of things that someone suggested that looked really great. I thought, oh, I love it, but it's just not for me for
Right.
whatever reason. Whether
Right.
it's, my own learning style, because I've purchased things that I thought I was going to love, and I hated it.
Right. Or my kids hated it.
Or my kids hated it, and
Right.
not because it was terrible curriculum.
Mm-mm.
It's just that it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, ugh, never mind. I don't like this.
Well, I can tell you that I am a Saxon girl. I love Saxon math. Love Saxon. And two of my kids did not love Saxon. It was, it was like pulling teeth for them. And so, but all three of my kids did well with teaching textbooks. All three excelled. It's really explained in such a way that, it builds, but it's explained in such a way that they understand it. It's not, the words are not lofty. They're very practical applications. The story problems are funny, they really are kind of funny, and the kids really seem to like it. So the pluses are the free tutoring.
That is a plus.
It grades it for you, and it also has a grade book. So did we talk about that they can go on and see? So there's a grade book under each student's profile, and you go on and you hit Elizabeth, and it will show lessons 1 to, there's usually 170 lessons or something, or 140.
I think algebra is 135.
135 lessons.
Around,
Yeah, so you can look at each lesson and you can see, they got 80% right, they got 90% right. And you can look and see which problems they actually missed.
Right.
And then as the teacher, you can go in and actually erase the answer and let them redo the problem if you want to.
Yes.
So that's handy. And then, what was the other thing I was going to say about the grade book? They said you can do multiple students. So if you had more than one student doing 5th grade, you would do multiple students, but they would each have their own individual grade book. So they're not listed on the same one. You just click on the profile of the child that you were doing. The other thing that I just thought of when I looked down here is that if you lose a disc, which, let's face it, with this many discs, sometimes that happens. And, you can set up your own rules around how you're going to do your discs, but sometimes discs get lost.
I've lost them.
And they will replace them for $15.
Yep.
So you can call and say, look, I'm missing, it says on here, what the lesson is. So it says exactly what it is. So you can say, okay, I'm missing this one with lesson blah, blah, blah. And it's $15 for them to replace that for you. With the pre-calculus, they have the pre-calculus is brand new right now and still hasn't quite been released. If you purchase the pre-calculus before January 1st, if you purchase it after January 1st of 2016, you can exchange it for free. And if you purchased it before, the website says with proof of purchase, you can exchange it for $92.45. Again, that's pretty much $92.50. But whatever.
I think those nickel and dimes matter, apparently.
I know, they do. They matter. Oh, it's usually free shipping too, isn't it?
I think so.
It's free shipping.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can exchange it. It says with proof of purchase. So I asked Kendall when I spoke to him today, and he said if you send in the whole curriculum, you don't have to have a proof of purchase type thing.
So if you already have the pre-calculus and you don't have the automatic grading, you can send back your whole curriculum, and depending on when you purchased it, they will give it to you for free, or you pay half price for the brand new automatic grading, which, trust me, you want that.
Definitely want that. I don't even have anyone left to use this book, and I want to trade mine in. It's a problem.
Again,
where is
that paper?
It's a problem I have. Maybe you have this problem too. So, okay, so again, it was www.teachingtextbooks.com, and you can go on that website and you can do a placement test.
Yes.
To see and do the placement test. Make sure that you're getting the right book for your child. That nothing is more aggravating than to try to do math that you're not ready for.
Right.
So do the placement test, and then order the correct book. Don't think, you know what, they were close. We only missed it by 2 questions. Let's get the next level. Don't do that. That's mean. So you can go on there and do that, do the placement test, and order the books, free shipping, and it's totally worth it.
And one more thing. If you tried teaching textbooks 5 years ago and did not like it, and specifically had Math 7 5 or 6 years ago, give it another try. Because Math 7 was the worst. The worst teaching textbooks I have ever used, ever, because there were so many mistakes. And I think it's because they were just starting out like that. They whatever year
They started with Algebra 1.
I was just going to say, I think I bought teaching textbooks level 7 the first year it came out. Like I pre-ordered it or something. And it was terrible. It had so many mistakes.
I think they pushed too fast.
And my daughter, I have a child that is a perfectionist. So she would do this work and then get it wrong. And you would think her head was going to explode because she's like, I know I did it right. And then I would go in, I'm like, okay, seriously, calm down. It's just a math problem. And then I would do it and I would get it wrong. And all right, wait a minute. You know, so it was very, very frustrating. But it seems to me that they have fixed all of those glitches.
Yeah.
So if you tried it in the beginning when they first started and hated it because of all that, give it another try because they have fixed that problem.
Right. Teaching textbooks started out, I believe, with Algebra 1.
I think so.
So they did Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. And then I think they did pre-algebra or they did a lower math. So they didn't like start with Math 3 and clunk, 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 clunk up. And I think what kind of happened, in my professional opinion, is that some of the curriculums had holes. So they expected you to know something maybe you didn't know.
Yeah.
And they didn't do their curriculum in order. So now they have Math 3 all the way through pre-calculus, and they revised it so many times. All the younger ones have been revised a couple of times, and now pre-calculus is coming out with their new revision, and that it's going to grade it for you, which is amazing. So I think they've worked out all of those bugs, especially like I can recommend all the way up through geometry with no reservations whatsoever. Wow. The pre-calculus, I would recommend it because I used the old version and it's excellent, but I haven't used nobody has used the new version.
Right,
because it's just not coming out. I would do it though.
Yeah, definitely worth the money.
I would do it, yeah. All right then.
All right, so we're finished for today. We are going to end our show with homeschool myths. Everyone, so check back often. Homeschool myth number 376. I must recreate public school at home in order for my kids to get a good education. That is just not true, no matter what anyone says. And of course, some kids have a learning style that public school is good for them.
Sure.
I mean, it works okay for them. But it is certainly not for every student. And just because you do not have public school at home does not mean your children are not going to learn. Because they can still learn without recreating public school.
And what do you mean by recreating public school?
You know, that they don't need a desk at home. You don't have to hang up a flag in your kitchen. Of course, if you would like to do that, please do so. You don't have to, everybody get dressed in the morning at 7 a.m.
Well,
and come
I think
downstairs.
uniforms are a good idea.
No.
I really do.
Don't listen to her.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Uniforms like, you mean my pajamas?
Well, as long as it's uniform. I mean, I have a child that learned to read upside down. She would lay on the couch upside down with her feet stuck up in the air. That's how she read. She's an excellent reader, by the way, an excellent writer. So
that, my point exactly.
Yeah.
You do not need to sit at a desk. You don't have to, do school from 9 a.m. till 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. with, a lunch and a recess break.
I'm going to say if you're doing school that long, you're doing something wrong.
True. Because it does not take that long.
No, it does not.
Or shouldn't take that long.
No, it should not. Here's some curriculums that will take that long. A Becca video.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I did. I threw it out there.
Or Bob Jones. Video. Or not.
Right.
Or you don't need a Becca video to take that long either.
No, you don't.
You could just use all the books for every single subject.
Now, if you're one of those people that have purchased a Becca video or Bob Jones video and you're doing that, can I recommend the fast forward button for you? Just saying. We are not anti-curriculum.
No.
Or We
Well-
are not unschoolers. Don't put us. We are not, Elizabeth.
All right.
We are not. Don't put us in that group.
I don't. We're not in a box.
I'm not in a box. Remember that one time we made boxes though?
I do remember. Actually, when my granddaughter was here this summer,
Oh.
I did actually have a giant box, and we turned it into a house.
I recommend that.
Those boxes are good.
Right. That's a good box.
We
to
spray
have.
painted it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Nana and Nevaeh's house.
Aww.
I know, it was
That's
very
so
fun.
sweet. That's very fun.
We spray painted it, cut a little door, cut some windows. It was awesome.
Aw. And you could call that home ec.
That's right.
You could call that art,
Art,
Yeah.
home ec,
architecture.
architecture. I don't know. There's math involved if you are a young
Sure.
student because you have to measure.
Sure.
To cut
Right.
and measure the windows or measure the doors.
Right. Practical application.
There's a lot of stuff you could do
That's right.
while you're building a house out of a cardboard box.
That's right.
And think how fun that would be.
That's right. And we are not anti-public school or anti, well, we might be anti-other schools, but I'm not anti-public school. Are you anti-public school?
I am not, because actually one of my children
Oh, that's
went
right.
to public school for 2 years,
Yeah.
and she really liked it. She
Yeah.
went for her junior and senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm. And excelled. Actually,
She did
she was
excel.
she did very well. So
And
Yeah.
she liked it. I didn't like it, but,
Yeah.
but she loved it,
yeah,
most of the time.
right. So hate to say goodbye.
But it's time.
It's done. I feel like we should have a song.
Well, maybe next episode we will have a song. So, if you have any questions or want us to review a certain curriculum that you're thinking of using, comment below. And that's right, below. And we will put that on our list.
Yes, we will.
All right.
All
Have a
right.
great day.
Bye.
It's a little long.
It is a little long.
Oh, we're still recording.
Well, I hit stop.